Hey guys, your friend No Name Trapper here with you for another episode of Real Talk. Today is pan tension, when, where, and why I run the pan tension ideal. Now, with this being said, guys, what I put out here is what I prefer, right? So if you prefer something different, that's fine. If you want to try what I run, that's fine too. And maybe somewhere in the middle is your happy medium that works for you. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, there's three different styles of sets I'm going to talk about today, and all three require different pan tension, at least on my trap line. Okay, the first set's a blind set. Now, a blind set, I run no pan tension on my footholds, and the reason being is because you're not trying to draw them towards your trap. Okay, you are setting where they are running, jogging, walking, anyways. And so most of the time they're just focused on their daily travel, whether it be, a coyote sniffing off and something off in the distance, or if it's a cat hears something, or, a raccoon's heading to the cornfield, whatever it be. They're just going about their normal travel. Okay, so there's no real hesitation for the most part where they're stepping unless you give them something to be hesitant about, like by adding lure or a dirt hole or something. Okay, so on my standard blind set, I run no pan tension because they already commit. I get a nice deep catch almost every time, and the thought process is as their foot comes down, it's too late. That trap's already firing up and catching them with a nice deep catch. Okay, so that's the first style. The second style I want to talk about this morning is a dirt hole set. Now, I would like to say with my dirt hole sets, what helped me get to what I like for pan tension is I was watching, I think it was Stags in the Wild on YouTube, has a coyote trapping video, and it's a good one. And I think he had trail cams on, and he was running 4 pounds of pan tension, and the coyotes were stepping on the pan, but the trap wasn't firing. And I seen the same thing in other trail cam videos. I don't remember where the other ones were. And they'd step, but they were hesitant. With a dirt hole or even a piss post set, sometimes you're drawing them to a spot, and so they're a little more cautious where they're putting their feet. So, and like bobcats, they're really light-footed. I feel like, especially in situations they're not so sure about. There's some hesitation there. So, anyways, I don't like 4 pounds for those sets. I like 2. I think 2 is a good number. Since I've ran 2, and when I came to that number, it's done really well for me. Deep catches, not a lot of misses. So I like 2 pounds of pan tension on dirt hole sets and piss post sets and a lot of different things like that. So yeah, that's what I like is 2 pounds, and that's the thought process behind it. So the next style is beaver trapping. Okay, running footholds with beavers. Okay, and I'd like to thank my friend Dale Billingsley and even my friend Mike Swanson was talking about a little bit. So when I started beaver trapping with footholds, I was missing. I was running no pan tension, or when I was, it wasn't very much. And I think it was Dale that was telling me, I was telling him I was, having all these misfires, and he said, "You need to run pan tension." I said, "Well, in some of my sets I got some pan tension." He said, "Well, you need to run more." He said, "I like at least 4 pounds," I think he said. And so eventually my stubborn butt listened, and I started running, I think, 4 pounds of pan tension, and I started catching a lot of beaver, and they were nice deep catches. And so that's what I've run ever since, and I love 4 pounds of pan tension. Now, the thought process behind running more pan tension with beaver is, first off, when you're in the water, sometimes if there's a current and you're running no pan tension, you can have a misfire every once in a while. Another thing is beaver; they've got a They got a flat belly and short front legs. Instead of our arms like we got, they got them little nub of front legs. And so a lot of times, I believe with beaver, we're belly snapping them. And so when you run pan tension, that helps ensure that you're going to get a foot down to fire that trap, directly on the pan, especially those front feet. So that's kind of my thought process on that. I like 4 pounds, and I catch a lot of front foot and back foot beaver. I catch them on 10 foot of chain alive, and I catch them on drowners too. I run both. So that's thought process on that. 4 pounds is what I like. So anyways, guys, those are 3 different scenarios with 3 different pan tension, and I do think your pan tension matters. I think pan tension is the difference a lot of times between an empty trap and more fur in the back of your truck. So I know this is kind of a boring subject for some, but I'm telling you, if you took away from it what you should, it'll help you out there on the trap line. And always do what works for you. Just because I'm putting this information out, if you learn from it, great. If what you're doing already works, fantastic, then keep at it. So anyways, guys, that's this episode of Real Talk. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Tight chains out there, and I'll see you down the line.